Live, yes, good morning. So if you're coming in, give me a hello. If you're replay, drop a replay. So should I aim to be in the fat burning zone if I'm trying to lose fat? This is a really interesting one because you see like fat burning zone on the watches, mine's on charge, on treadmills, bikes, you name it. This is like the fat burning zone. And this can be quite misleading if your goal is to lose fat because you're like, it's misinterpreting what they mean by it. So what do they mean by it? Well, your body is using fat as a fuel source, and it tends to do that at lower intensities, maybe longer durations, lower intensities. That's an efficient way of using energy for that. If it starts going at a higher intensity, your body will start using a bit more carbohydrates as energy. However, because you're working at higher intensity, higher heart rate, you're actually burning more calories during that time. So potentially by aiming for the fat burning zone, you're potentially burning fewer calories, which might impact your overall calorie deficit over time, potentially. But it's kind of just misleading in general, really. I wouldn't really worry about it if your goal is fat loss. And I want to make that quite clear because you can get so caught up and going, oh, I want to stay in the fat burning zone. Oh, I've burned fat. I've burned 200 calories of fat right now. But really, when it comes to fat loss, it's a net. Energy in, energy out. If you lose 3,500 calories over the week, on average, you'll lose 1 pound of body fat. That's the thing that we really need to consider more of. How do you know if you're in a deficit? Make a change today. Make a change today. Track that for 2 to 4 weeks. Has anything changed in terms of your weight, in terms of your measurements, if you like, in terms of your clothes, if you don't want to weigh any of them? Then you've got a bit of a measure of this habit did this. Obviously, you've got to be honest assessment with ourselves. Was I consistent? Could I have done it a bit better? And then you can consider, okay, if nothing's changed, great. I know that hasn't really changed much yet, but I'm feeling better, X, Y, Z. You've added a habit in, you know that it makes Y change, and that's okay. You're getting feedback from this. If it has changed, great, keep going. If it hasn't changed and you're not really finding it hard, you might have built confidence in that time that you can add stuff in. Oh, you know what, I did that though. Great, you know it's a positive habit anyway, because let's say it's protein. Let's say you've increased your protein a little bit. It's gonna help your hunger, it's gonna help with your recovery. That could then lead to better glucose control, better skin, hair, nails, you name it, muscle, strength, you name it. And over time, that can have a big impact, especially if we start coupling in now. You know what, I could make a little change there. I could add my steps in there. And then all of a sudden, we can see over time what's worked, what hasn't worked. And that is how you eliminate, get away from those crash diets, those ups and downs, because you're getting feedback and data to make better informed, more intelligent decisions. If you want help with that, come in with our 100-day challenge, where we actually give you the tools and empower you to do that, essentially, and get results, and make sure that you cut through the rubbish out there. Because otherwise we're just left like, you know what, nothing's working. I'm in the fat burning zone, I'm not losing weight, or whatever. There's many myths out there, many misinterpretations. So I hope that helps. Any questions, as always, let me know if you want more info on our 100-day. Stick a 100 in the comments or send me a message and I'll get back to you.